Yo, what is going on everyone, and thank you for joining me for another anime review. In today's video, we're going to be going ahead and giving a review of the newly released Jujutsu Kaisen 0 movie. And before we jump into the video, guys, I want to go ahead and continue to say thank you and welcome to new and old subscribers. You guys are just absolutely amazing for helping grow the channel so quickly. If you guys do enjoy today's video and are into anime and manga as much as I am, please consider sticking around as well as subscribing, as it greatly helps the channel and further gathers like-minded people and grow the community. Lastly, before we dive into the review, I want to go ahead and warn all who have not seen the movie or read the Jujutsu Kaisen 0 manga to please do so before watching, as this review will contain spoilers. With the spoiler warning out of the way, let's just go ahead and jump into the synopsis of the movie. Getting the synopsis off, it's important to note that just as the movie title implies, this is a prequel to the mainline Jujutsu Kaisen series. But an interesting fact about Jujutsu Kaisen 0 is that the creator of it, Gege Akutami, actually started development of Jujutsu Kaisen 0 as soon as the third chapter for the mainline series actually released. Without getting too much into it for spoiler and review sake, if you're caught up to the manga for Jujutsu Kaisen 0, then you know how powerful Yuta is. And even if you aren't, Gojo specifically states in the anime that Yuta is the only sorcerer that can rival him. With those quick trivia pieces out of the way, let's begin. We start the movie off with our main character Yuta Okatsu being bullied inside his classroom by other classmates, with one classmate threatening Yuta on how he's waited so long to punch him and beat him up. He can hardly hold back his excitement to continue bullying the frightful Yuta. But before Yuta's aggressor can attack him, Yuta calls out to someone named Rika, and in which an entity deals with and kills Yuta's bullies. Yuta, now left to realize what he has done, sits covering his head in his hands while frantically saying, "I'm sorry." All while us viewers can see a puddle of blood expanding, reaching Yuta's shoes. As the camera pans upwards, we see the remains of the bullies who were now being stuffed into a locker. After these events, we see Yuta seated in the same seat Yuji Itadori was seated in the beginning of the series. With Yuta being in this seat signifies that he is being put up for trial for the death penalty. Gojo, however, goes to bat for Yuta, telling his superiors that he believes Yuta to be in possession of a special grade curse called Rika. In telling them this, Gojo is granted permission to let Yuta attend Jujutsu Tech High School, thus giving birth to a myriad of adventures awaiting him. As the movie transitions from Yuta arriving at Jujutsu Tech and meeting his new teacher, which is Gojo, he is introduced to his classmates, being Panda, Maki, and Inumaki. With meeting his new classmates and being introduced to his cursed Rika, Gojo quickly sets up a mission for Yuta to undergo with Maki. Now being paired up with the standoffish Maki, she is quick to take the lead in their mission to exorcise the curse in an elementary school. After the two getting swallowed up by a Titanic-sized curse, Yuta is forced to call upon Rika to help them escape. Using Rika as a decoy to help himself, Maki, and the two captive children, he succeeds and brings them to Gojo. With Maki and the two aforementioned children now being looked after in a hospital, we get dialogue between the teacher and student with Gojo and Yuta. Gojo tells Yuta that the children, as well as Maki's injuries, aren't severe, but Yuta still seems disappointed, further telling Gojo that no matter what, his entire life he feels as though people have gotten hurt because of him. Gojo, adding to this, tells Yuta that he has a theory as to why Rika has become such a powerful, special grade curse, and why she may be attached to him. Upon this, Yuta has a flashback when a child walks past them. This flashback recalls a small Yuta who is presumably sick to be roaming the halls of the hospital until seeing another sick girl who he is instantly intrigued by. The two quickly get close, and it seems like the young Yuta has made a perfect friend until tragedy strikes, with Rika being killed by a reckless driver, leaving Yuta to be exposed to the carnage and ultimately give birth to Rika's curse. After reminiscing, Yuta vows to break Rika's curse as he tells this to Gojo. After Maki recovers from her injuries, she begins to spar again with Yuta. This sparring session gives amazing showcase to the movie's animations. Their sparring session is interrupted, however, when Panda asks Yuta what kind of breasts he prefers. Maki, being very annoyed by Panda's questions, begins to take her annoyance out on Panda, leaving Yuta to discuss his next mission plans, where Gojo wants Yuta to accompany Inumaki for this mission. Yuta agrees, still being wary and startled by Inumaki, however. Gojo grants Yuta access to their weapon shelter, where he informs Yuta that imbuing Rika's cursed energy with a weapon would be more beneficial for him and bring him closer to breaking her curse. After choosing his weapon in the form of a katana, he as well as Inumaki make way for their next mission. Upon making it to the mission site, the two quickly dispatch the supposed curse, with Inumaki showing off his cursed speech. Things take a turn for the worst, however, when the duo are attacked and pinned down by an unexpected higher-ranking curse. After Yuta overcomes his mental struggles, he and Inumaki take down the new threat. The two now leaving the area, Yuta accidentally drops his student ID, leaving it for a mysterious person to pick up. Yuta and Inumaki return to Jujutsu Tech from their mission, where Yuta continues to deepen his bonds and understanding for his fellow classmates and newly found friends. We soon find out that another sorcerer was responsible for casting another veil, as well as releasing the semi-grade curse into their mission zone. With these newly found discoveries, Gojo quickly deduces that the one behind this is Suguro Geto, an expelled sorcerer from Jujutsu Tech due to him having killed over 100 civilians. With this newly found information, we transition from Yuta, where we are given a greater look at Geto, where Geto is seen by exorcising a curse from a woman who is being haunted by it. After exorcising the curse from the skeptical woman, he takes her curse for himself, showing how this false act of kindness was really to acquire a new curse. He takes his leave and heads towards his comrades, but is stopped by someone who is being terrorized by a curse. Geto showcases his supremacy by demanding money for the exorcism and ultimately allows the obsolete patron of his to die. Consulting with his comrades, Geto sets his sights on Jujutsu Tech and Yuta's curse Rika. They make their way towards Jujutsu Tech, where they confront Yuta and the other classmates. Geto attempts to recruit Yuta to his side, but his proposal is cut short when Gojo and other teachers arrive. Yuta telling Geto that he does not want to take part in his ideal world, as his friends in new school have given him a new outlook on his goals and life itself. The negotiation not going the way Geto had envisioned declares war to the school on December 24th in both Kyoto and Shinjuku. Having war being brought to their doorstep, Geto and his compatriots leave, leaving the now frazzled school to prepare for their battle. With the war date set, both parties prepare, with Yuta and his classmates training together to get stronger. As December 24th commences, so does the carnage in both Shinjuku and Kyoto. Both parties have numerous amounts of players in both areas, but Geto later revealing to the audience and to his team that he plans to use the battles in both areas as a diversion for fighting Yuta and obtaining Rika. With only Maki being with Yuta, they are met by Geto to both their surprise. Gojo, being quick on the uptake, realizes that Geto has deliberately planned this in order to get Yuta alone. Sending both Inumaki and Panda to Jujutsu Tech, he agrees to meet up with them after he helps reduce Geto's force's numbers. With a bloody clash on all fronts, we get multiple visual treats by seeing Gojo vs Miguel, Maki, Panda, and Inumaki vs Geto, and finally seeing Yuta vs Geto. With the movie switching from battle to battle, this final area of the movie keeps the viewer entranced in the action and clutching their seat. It's important to note that in this final stretch of the movie, with the battle, we do get some very interesting moments that were not incorporated into the manga. Exclusive to the movie, we get wonderful moments with Nanami, Ino, Mei, as well as the Kyoto High sorcerers. With the battle reaching its climax, Yuta promising Rika that he will go with her if she offers him her strength one last time in order to defeat Geto. The fearsome duo ultimately defeat him. With Geto barely clinging to life and trying to retreat, he is met by Gojo. Geto, expecting his old friend to end his life, Gojo refuses and grants him a peaceful passing. With Geto meeting his end and all of his presumed allies retreating, we see the Rika curse broken, with Yuta reuniting with Rika one more time, as well as Gojo informing Yuta of his past ancestors and the lineage he now carries. We see the final moments of the film conclude with Gojo and Yuta walking, and Gojo returning his lost ID card. Yuta thanks Gojo for finding it for him, but Gojo replies to Yuta, "I didn't find it, my best friend did." And alright guys, that is going to go ahead and wrap up the synopsis portion of the video for the movie review. Now we're just going to take a quick transition on over into my thoughts and overall what I thought of the movie as a whole. And bro, was this movie absolutely just amazing. I mean, I was in the theater just absolutely losing it, guys. This movie, I've been waiting for this movie ever since it was announced back when season 1 for Jujutsu Kaisen concluded. Back then, I was an anime only viewer. I didn't read the manga at the time. It wasn't until like a few months after the anime had concluded that I felt the urge to really get into the manga, and I'm just so glad I did, because I feel Jujutsu, after the first season, so once we get into the Gojo backstory and then ultimately the Shibuya arc, that's where it just absolutely gets crazy. But that's not about what we're talking about here. We're here to review the movie. But yeah, I just ultimately felt this movie was just absolutely a dream. Off the bat, I'm going to go ahead and give this movie a 5 out of 5. Or a 10 out of 10, whichever rating scale you would prefer to implement on this, but I'll just go ahead and give it 5 stars out of 5. Just a truly ridiculous movie. As of this recording, I have only seen the movie only once, and that was on the premiere on Friday, so I will be watching it again, but this time in RPX, because the first time I saw it, I just saw it in standard theaters. I didn't see it with sort of any enhancements at all, but I am very much looking forward to seeing it my second time around, but this time in RPX, where I feel as though a lot of the action will be enhanced, so I'm really, really looking forward to that. And also, I felt as though this movie was just absolutely awesome in showcasing like a lot of the well, now second years from Jujutsu Kaisen, like Inumaki, Maki, and then Panda, just showing them in their transition with Yuta. I really like how we see Yuta being almost like a very timid and just not so sure of himself, not very confident kid turn into that confident, really just really confident character at the end of the movie. It's really nice to see Gigi Akutami take us through the evolution of Yuta as the movie goes on, which I absolutely love. Now, I have not read the manga. I have skimmed through a few portions. As for differences with the manga as opposed to the movie, I should say, sorry, I don't think there's too many. I know the biggest change they did was in the manga, Nanami doesn't have an actual like dedicated fight scene, so that is really awesome to see Mappa include a lot of fan favorite characters and give them their shine within the movie. Personally, a really amazing treat for me was seeing Toto introduced in the movie. I just absolutely love that. Even though it was very short-lived, we only see Toto for like a minute max. I just love seeing Toto and just seeing him be Toto, just talking about, oh, we gotta hurry up because the Christmas special is gonna start soon and I can't miss it. Like that's just like just pure Toto. And also seeing a lot of I feel like also not only did Mappa do an amazing job of showcasing already fan favorite established characters, but they did an amazing job of introducing viewers that may not have seen the manga or read the manga yet to characters and familiarizing us with them as we go into the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen in the Shibuya arc. So Ino is a really big one in the Shibuya arc, as well as Mei. Who else? Well, obviously Nanami's a big one, Gojo, and then also the twins, the two twins with the cell phones that in the movie that Geto rescues from their captivity. They are huge in the Shibuya arc. I'm not going to go into any spoilers just in case I have some anime only viewers in the video, but I'm not going to go into any spoilers on that, but just know that they have a very big role in the Shibuya arc. So I liked seeing them, you know, I liked seeing them in the anime. I liked seeing them prepping for the season 2, and ultimately just seeing like the evolution and how hyped season 2 for Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be. Now, let's talk about the animation. The animations were out of this world, dude. Like, I felt like sometimes I literally felt like I was in the fight. Like, I just felt like it was almost like at certain times it felt like a roller coaster, right? Like like if you ever go to Universal and you're like on those like Spider-Man roller coasters where you feel like you're actually like it's supposed to simulate you being with Spider-Man. Like I literally felt like I was fighting in a lot of those scenes, especially the end scenes with Gojo and like Yuta and stuff like that. It was crazy. But I mean, yeah, I mean, there really isn't too much to go over in terms of my thoughts on the video, or the movie rather. I feel like I got them all out there, and yeah, I wasn't able to go into too much depth in the manga, but I am, after this video, going to read the manga just so I could maybe do another follow-up video to go over things that they may have left out, or maybe things that they changed in the manga as opposed to the movie. So I might do that, I might not, but I'll definitely do a manga read through for sure, just so I can be a little bit more educated on that and just see the differences. But for now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video there. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. I hope you guys liked the movie as much as I have, and if you guys have seen the movie, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And if you haven't seen the movie already, do you plan to see it, or are you gonna wait maybe for a physical release? Let me know all of your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. But thank you guys as always for tuning in. If you guys do like anime and manga as much as I do, please consider sticking around and hitting that subscribe button, as I have even more cool video and project ideas coming your guys' way. So with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and head out of here. I hope to see you guys on my next video, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. See ya.